Have you ever felt like you're constantly weighed down by drama, gossip, and endless worries? What if I told you there are specific things you should avoid discussing to live a life of calm, control, and focus, just like a true Stoic? Imagine waking up each day with a clear mind, free from the distractions that drain your energy. Well, today, we're diving into 9 topics that you must avoid to master the art of Stoicism and take control of your life. Stick around, and let's explore how eliminating these things can transform your life forever. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Teachings for more life-changing insights. Trust me, you won't want to miss this journey. Point 1. Gossip. Alright, let's start with something we all know but often get sucked into: gossip. It's so easy to get caught up in talking about others, their lives, their failures, or their mistakes. But here's the thing. Gossip not only wastes your energy, it also pulls you away from your own life. A Stoic doesn't focus on the imperfections of others. Instead, they focus on their own growth, their own mindset, and their own actions. By avoiding gossip, you free yourself from negative thinking and become more present, more mindful. We've all been in those group chats or circles where gossip seems to flow like water, right? It's like a trap, pulling you in with its false sense of connection and excitement. But Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from focusing on ourselves, not tearing others down. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped wasting your time on pointless chatter and instead invested it in something meaningful. Point 2. Complaints about life. Next up, let's talk about complaining. We all do it, especially when things don't go our way, right? Whether it's about work, relationships, or just how unfair life can feel, complaints are an easy escape. But here's where Stoicism kicks in. Life is never going to be perfect, and complaining only keeps you stuck. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics to ever live, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Every obstacle is an opportunity." When you stop complaining, you start taking control of your response, and that's where real power lies. In your 20s and 30s, it's tempting to blame the world for your struggles, but think about how much more powerful you'd feel if you stopped pointing fingers and started looking for solutions instead. Stoicism teaches you to accept life's challenges and face them head-on without complaining. This shift in mindset is liberating, and it will transform the way you approach everything in life. Point 3. Criticizing others' beliefs. We all know someone who feels the need to criticize others for what they believe, whether it's their political views, religion, or lifestyle choices. In today's world, it's easy to get into heated debates. But here's the Stoic approach. Everyone has their own unique perspective shaped by their experiences. Instead of getting caught up in trying to change others' beliefs, Stoics focus on controlling their own actions, thoughts, and behaviors. Criticizing others for their beliefs is not only unproductive, but it also takes away from your own growth. Think about it. How much energy do you waste arguing with people who won't change their minds? Instead, a Stoic would focus on what they can control, their own mindset and their own actions. Let others be, and focus on what you can do to live in harmony with your own values. Point 4. Future worries. The next thing to avoid: constantly worrying about the future. It's human nature to be anxious about what's coming, whether it's your career, relationships, or health. But the Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on the present moment. Worrying about the future is a complete waste of time because, as the saying goes, the future is not ours to see. Instead of stressing about what might happen, take action in the present and let the future unfold as it will. In today's world, especially for people in their 20s and 30s, the pressure to plan every detail of your life can be overwhelming. But the truth is, we can't control the future, only our response to it. When you focus on the now and take small, deliberate actions, the future will come, and you'll be ready for whatever it holds. Point 5. Resentment over the past. Holding on to past grudges is another big one. Think about it. How much energy have you spent reliving old mistakes, holding on to grudges, or regretting things that can't be changed? The Stoic mindset urges us to accept the past for what it was, learn from it, and then move forward. Holding on to resentment not only drags you down emotionally, but it also keeps you tied to a past version of yourself that no longer serves you. By letting go of resentment, you free up energy to focus on what really matters, building your future and improving yourself in the present. That's true freedom. If you're carrying around bitterness or regret, think about how much lighter and more focused you could be if you simply let go of it. Point 6. Comparing yourself to others. One of the most dangerous things you can do in life is constantly comparing yourself to others. With social media, it's easier than ever to look at someone else's life and feel like you're falling behind. But Stoicism teaches that the only comparison that matters is comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. Progress is personal, and focusing on your own journey, without the distractions of comparing, is the true path to fulfillment. Every time you find yourself scrolling through someone else's highlight reel, stop and ask yourself, am I becoming a better version of myself? That's the only comparison that truly matters. Focus on your own growth, and you'll find peace in knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Point 7. Seeking external validation. In a world obsessed with likes, shares, and followers, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. But Stoics believe that the only approval you need is your own. Seeking validation from others can make you feel constantly anxious and insecure. But when you validate yourself, when your self-worth comes from within, you are unstoppable. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped seeking approval and instead trusted in your own judgment and values. That's the power of Stoicism. It's about standing strong in your own truth, no matter what the outside world thinks. Point 8. Living in the past glory. Living off past successes can be just as detrimental as holding on to old mistakes. We've all known people who constantly talk about their glory days, whether it's high school sports or a past job. But Stoicism teaches that your past is done, it's the present moment and the future that you can shape. If you're stuck reminiscing about what you've already achieved, you're missing out on what's possible now. The real question is, what are you doing today to build your future? Don't get caught in the trap of living off old accomplishments. The best is yet to come. Point 9. The fear of change. Finally, fear of change is one of the biggest barriers to living a true Stoic life. Change is inevitable, and the Stoic way is to embrace it rather than resist it. Life is about constant transformation, and instead of fearing it, Stoics welcome it as an opportunity for growth. Change can be scary, especially when you're in your 20s or 30s, trying to figure out your career, relationships, or personal growth. But trust me, the more you accept change, the more empowered you'll feel. After all, the only constant in life is change. Closing remarks. So, there you have it, 9 topics to avoid if you want to live a true Stoic life. Gossip, complaining, criticism, worry, resentment, comparison, validation, past glory, and fear of change. Let them go, and watch how your life begins to transform. Stoicism is not about ignoring challenges, it's about taking control of how you respond to them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Teachings. And make sure to check out our other videos to continue mastering the art of Stoicism. Thanks for watching, and remember, the journey to becoming your best self starts with the smallest step today.